The children, today will be solving very interesting and very important numerical. Look at here. The children, here is a wheel. Okay, na? So as shown in the figure, and it is, let us say, it has an axis which is passing through the O like this. So it is an axis passing through this wheel. And as per the question, F1 is acting at a point A, and horizontal. F1 is a horizontal force, and they also said that one more vertical force acting at a point B. But the thing is that to keep this wheel in equilibrium, in which direction does the F2 force act? So first, let us focus about what the F1 force. Focus on F1 force. So F1 force acting at a point A, as it is acting in this direction, it generates anti-clockwise direction. To keep this in equilibrium, to keep this down, F1 force will try to make this wheel to rotate anti-clockwise direction like this. But to keep this wheel in equilibrium, one more force should generate in an opposite torque, which means what? Here F2, yes, that's what. So F2 should act at a point B, vertical downwards, then only it generates anti-clockwise. So F1 is producing clockwise torque, whereas F2 is producing clockwise torque. That's it. So F2 should act at a point B, vertically downward direction. Now one more question is there, whether F1 is more or F2 is more. Children, for a given torque, second one, okay. For a given torque, we know that for a given torque, force is inversely proportional to the perpendicular distance. Means more is a perpendicular distance, less is a force. Less is a perpendicular distance, more is a force. So based on, if you can see, so F1 force acting at a point A, for this is going to be a perpendicular distance. So for F1 force, the perpendicular distance will be AO. That's great. But F2 what actually? Children, for this F2 you should take this point. At this point it is acting, right? Take a line of action of force. So this is a line of action of force for F2. Then this is going to be the perpendicular distance. So for F2 force, perpendicular distance is going to be O dash. The children, from the picture, from the diagram, it's very clear that AO is greater and O dash is less. We know that as a perpendicular distance is more, force should be less. As a perpendicular distance is less, force should be more. So as AO is more, F1 should be less. As OO dash is less, F2 should be more. Means I can write as AO is greater than OO dash, F1 should be less than F2. So which means what here? F1 force is less, F2 force is more, or F2 force is more, F1 force is less. Now they are asking us to find the ratio between these two forces, but you should be very clear whether we are going to calculate F1 is to F2 or F2 is to F1. The children, let us say F1 force produces torque tau 1, F2 force produces torque tau 2. They said that it is in equilibrium, right? In an equilibrium, the children, in equilibrium, both torque must be equal. That is, tau 1 must be equal to tau 2. So tau 1 is equal to what here? Force into perpendicular distance. So F1 into AO is equal to F2 into OO dash. Bring this F2 this side. So F1 by F2 is equal to OO dash by AO. So it is also given OO dash is a 2 centimeter. AO is 2.5 centimeter. You multiply with the 10, divide with the 10. You are going to get 20 by 25. With the 5 table, 5 fours are 5 5s are. F1 by F2 is equal to 4 by 5. So F1 is to F2 is equal 4 is to 5. So this is how we can solve the numerical. Okay, thank you.